Hello guys, welcome back to Tom Mods Things, and today we've got some mods happening to our maxpower 106. Stay tuned. Welcome back to everyone that's been following the channel. Also, big hello to all the new subscribers and stuff. Been picking up a fair few of you at the moment that are interested in bringing back to life neglected maxpower memorabilia. So today we've got an exciting one. Some of you would have realised, and if you haven't, then definitely check it out in a sec. But on my Instagram and also the previous YouTube video, we said that we were looking for inspiration and choices for the wing mirrors on this maxpower 106. Just a quick thing for any of you that have just joined up, the Peugeot spoiler, check that video out because that thing is mental. So I put it out to poll basically as to what wing mirrors to pick for this car, because it had the standard ones that were all pretty battered, to be honest, and so it would also not quite fitting with the overall aesthetic of the car. So put the poll up, and there was definitely a unanimous choice for what wing mirrors to put on the car. It just chucked. So effectively, we have gone ahead and purchased those wing mirrors. So here we go, here's the box. So it's amazing actually that all this stuff is still available, brand new. I did have a look around to see if I could find a second-hand set, and I found one but wasn't quite sure, so I thought we'll definitely go brand new. So I think this was by a company called 2Excite. I think from memory. There's no sort of branding on the box or anything, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is, and I think inside we might have a little leaflet for them. Yeah, there we go. So this is who we've got these provided by. Admittedly, I have opened them up already, so this isn't going to be an unboxing of, oh my god, look how amazing they look, because I've already seen them because I couldn't help myself. But yeah, they do all sorts of lights and wing mirrors and grills and all sorts of stuff for all the cars. So yeah, I can see them just there. So yeah, so what we've got here, some of you that have done this in the past will know exactly how this works, but effectively they do like a, and this is how it used to be back in the day as well, they do like a universal mirror, and what I'll do is I'll put this on a tripod quick. Alright, so hopefully that's a little bit easier going up in the world now with the video quality. So anyway, so what some of you that have done this in the past will know is that this as a mirror, and they do lots of different styles of this, but comes as like a universal part. So effectively it has these three sort of mounting holes on this, and then what you do is you attach a base plate that's meant for your car to this so that it can fit as many models as possible. But I think, yeah, they look pretty good, to be honest. ABS plastic, injection molded, because you can see obviously all of the witness lines where the tools kind of come in half and half. So I think just from looking at these, what we're probably going to do is do some smoothing to kind of take out this witness line, and then also on the other side where they've stamped in some of the sort of name and stuff, and the E1? I don't know. But anyway, so they've got, as you can probably hopefully just about see in there, we're going to just shave all that off just to make it nice and smooth, because no one really wants that on their nice new wing mirrors, but unfortunately it's a thing that they've got to do. They're manual, so it's just going to be a case of actually fingering the mirror to get it into position.
Alright.
And then, yeah, effectively what we look at is then these parts, and then this is the bit that then attaches it back to a Peugeot 106 or Saxo. So these two bits then go together. So this sits in there like that, and then we attach it with the 3 screws on the back, and then these sort of spigots, which be careful if you get a set of these, because these are notoriously bad for snapping if you wind a screw in too much, because obviously there's no like real nice fillet or anything on the bottom. They go straight down to a nice hard point, which is not the greatest design, but anyway, needs must. I would definitely not do that myself if I was designing these from scratch. But anyway, so yeah, and then you tie them up with these 3 points here onto the car from the other side, and then they do include all the fixings for that as well. So also remember as well, it does actually say it on the box, but the smaller, they will tend to give you 2 different size screws, so one of them smaller than the other. They sometimes colour differentiate, but don't guarantee that this one, the smaller one, will always be silver, because they do mix them up every now and again and actually have the sort of, these ones, longer ones are silver and then these ones is this kind of goldy sort of colour. But the smaller ones are what you want to attach the mirror to the base plate. If you try and use the longer ones, you're going to end up having problems. So yeah, smaller ones to attach the mirror to the base plate, and then the longer ones and attach it to the car. So yeah, I think quite excited really to get these on. I reckon they're going to look pretty damn good, to be honest. So just going to flip it around, get you set up, and then we're just going to attach it. Right, the big reveal, see what they look like while they're on. Yeah, I think they look absolutely awesome, to be honest. That was a epic choice by everybody in the comments. Really well done. These are such a good choice for the overall aesthetic of this car. So look at the other side. Let's get a kind of better picture. Do it that way around. Yeah, no, they work really well. Obviously with like the sort of grille section in here, matches kind of this bit here, and then this wing, obviously once we've curved it a little bit more, will match all the curvaceous points. It's funny with these wing mirrors, but sort of I do quite like them as well. That's why they're so popular, is everybody just really liked the style of them with the sort of little aero cutout on the inside. Yeah, they look damn good, to be honest. Really cool. Really happy with how that's come out. Well done to all you guys for making that choice. Just while we're here, just to show kind of another mod that we've picked up. Some of you guys from back in the day will potentially have had one of these on your car, but we managed to pick up this really cheap E-Tech strut brace. Now, everyone will know that these E-Tech ones in particular were never actually really that good performance-wise. They were much more of a sort of a showpiece rather than actually a functioning strut base. But anyway, that's kind of what this car is going to be, because it is only a 106. So we'll pick this up. We've already started working a little bit on it because all of the lacquer was pitted all the way along it. So what we're doing at the moment is just made a start sanding off all the lacquer so that we can just take it back to bare metal. That will probably end up taking out the E-Tech logo that's been etched in as well. So what we're going to do is once all that's taken off, we're then going to polish it to buggery so that it's all nice and chromy. And then I'll probably get a vinyl made up of the logo and just stick that back in place to kind of mimic the same thing, rather than go out and get it etched in again. Maybe we'll do that, but I think for the moment the cheapest, best option is to just get a vinyl made up. But yeah, it comes with all the hardware, but all the hardware I've been polishing up over in the corner in one of the bags. But yeah, so once this is finished, this is going to go in the engine bay, which is kind of tidied up a bit at the moment. We're still working on various bits, getting this fuel pump stuff done at the moment, because that's the main thing that's still not priming. We've picked up, we're just trying to get power to it at the moment, so working through all the grounds, which is what I think it might be. But as I say, it's one of those processes where you just got to keep going round and round, and as we think that this has had an engine swap at some point, that would explain all of the wires kind of all over the place. So got a little bit of work to do on that. And then if any of you in the comments are any good at these Clifford alarm systems, that would be great, because I'm slightly out of my my usual comfort zone with electrics of cars and stuff. There are tons of cable, which I think it was all in the same bag, so I'm assuming it's all part of the actual alarm system, but all of the bits kind of are just here with like random connectors where I'm not quite sure whether they go together or not, and it's just all a bit of a mess. So we're not sure whether some of this may in part be causing our problems with the car starting, but gonna need to potentially go through it. But yeah, as I say, slightly out of my depth, so anybody that has some knowledge of this, it would be great. Kind of, there are the sort of connectors and the parts of the Clifford thing that's still there, but none of it primes up or turns on when we turn the car on anyway, so something's not connected. It might be just that these two wires need putting together, but don't particularly want to do that when the two ends aren't quite right for each other and things like that. So yeah, we'll leave that. But yeah, it's all kind of, as you can see, wired into this mess that's behind here, which we're gonna have to get rid of this glove box and then just start working through all that stuff behind as well. But anyway, all fun and games. Really happy with these. These are awesome. Right, and then other people that would have followed me would have seen that I'd been messing around with the brackets, 3D printing them for the rear lights. So these are in at the moment, but everything fits and stuff, but I'm not quite, and that's just because I'm really particular happy with the way that these lights sit in this actual, in the cutouts that they've kind of been done in the past. So I'm going to make some finer adjustments to that 3D print, and that's the great thing about having your own printer at home and stuff, is that you can redesign the bracket, get it printed, and then the next day have a new one to test, not having to fabricate anything necessarily. And then the rear wing will still sat on the back and stuff now. This thing's epic. Absolutely love this, and we're gonna at some point get this white bit to fit, I think, across the middle, because I think that's just gonna sort it out. And then, as you can see, lots of areas that need attention. I need to work out what this goes to, because there may well be something in all of this rat's nest of wires that is causing it not to prime and pump. But what we're going to do, I reckon, is, I don't know, this will actually be an unboxing. So yes, looking at this here, I'm just going to open it up and have a look what's inside. Right, this is what we're left with. Obviously yellowing because it is a used component, but this, I believe, and I had to do the searching because whenever I searched the actual fuel pump that came up with the registration plate, it looked totally different to the one that was in the car, so that's leading me to believe that it has had an engine swap. So yeah, it's that one down there. So what I guess we'll probably need to do is just rig this up to a 12 volt and just make sure it works. But it's all looking pretty good, to be honest. I haven't actually taken the other one out to see whether or not it's bad, but it could just be the connection's loose. But anyway, it's always good to have a spare, and it wasn't very expensive. But yeah, it's all looking pretty good, to be honest. No craziness on it, no mad corrosion on any of the parts really, just needs a bit of a clean, but it never gets seen anyway, so that's all good. Rubber gasket looks nice. So yeah, so hopefully with a 12 volt supply to this, we can get this kicking over. Alright, final thing we're going to do is just going to do a quick bit of testing on this fuel pump. So what I've done is I've just wired in just some temporary wires into sort of positive and negative on the connector on top. Could have also done it to the ones inside here, but I just felt it was easier on the top because I could isolate it, and then hopefully, fingers crossed, the negative, okay, looks like we are in business. There we go. Cool, right, this one's working, so we can guarantee that the fuel is now going to get around the car. So pop our caps back on these. The next stage, which I think will be in tomorrow's videos, we're going to get this in replacement to this, and then fingers crossed this car will get started. Other mod that we are planning to do, it's in my drawer of fun stuff, is we picked up these bad boys. So genuine max power components, nicely printed, so we're going to try and get these on, I think, at the moment, just because, you know, we haven't got a running car, but at least it can have nice pedals to go with our nice shiny gear knob. So yeah, we'll probably just line them up, drill them in, job done. It's unfortunately going to probably require a little bit more thought, because the Peugeot pedals are so small in comparison that there's no way that you can drill through any of these holes and actually get it to bite in here. So I'm going to have to make some sort of backing plate to effectively get those to fit on, but I think it'll be better with slightly bigger pedals anyway. But max power will make it work, just like everybody did back in the day. These will be on this car in one form or another. Right, so we made a bracket and we've managed to get the first one in, which is sick. Slightly reformed it to go around the pedal, but pretty damn happy with that, to be honest. And now we'll crack on getting these other ones in place. Right, so that's going to be it for today's video. So, things we've done today: wing mirrors fitted, chosen by you guys, which is awesome. We've fitted the max power pedals on the car as well. Another epic little mod there. Showing you the strut brace that we've purchased as well. We're just going to clean that up and get that on, so as soon as that's finished I'll show you guys exactly how that came out. Then we've tested the fuel pump, the new one that we've just picked up, or the new old one. So what we're going to do is in the next video we're going to get that fitted, and then potentially need to run a live feed to it, because I'll work out why I'm not getting a live to the car, but fingers crossed, because everything else is working. It will then kick into life, which will be a pretty monumentous occasion, to be honest, as a start to this. And then after that, real fun stuff begins. So we've already done a few little exterior mods, but then all the interior can go back in, which is in a big old pile just over here. We can sort through that tomorrow as well, clean up all the bits that we're going to use, and then all the other bits I'm just going to store somewhere, maybe in the attic, shed, or I don't know, somewhere just to get them out of the way, because we've got like a double of everything. So we've got 2 different interiors and all sorts of stuff just knocking around. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you want to follow more content. Really appreciate people getting on board with this. I think it's a really cool project, and it's great to have people along for the ride. So follow my Insta, which was at the end, and also follow this channel, because more of those community-based modification choices are going to be posted up very shortly. So yeah, cheers guys for watching. Stay tuned for more crazy max power action, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. See you later.